something really crazy happened to my arm, and I went to put some ointment on my arm, whatever, and then I was trying to show the camera what happened to me, and it got taken down on TikTok, it got taken down on whatever, and then when I actually finally got to somebody to try to speak about it, they thought it was a meat, bro. YouTube has a favoritism problem. Now look, man, I seen this video drop by Meezy. I saw the thumbnail was my boy Cameron, so I thought it was Cameron's video, but I saw the thumbnail and the title, and I knew I immediately wanted to watch this video, so I saved it, made sure I could watch it today and post it for y'all boys. So anyways, man, let's grab a snack and let's hop right into the video.
YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two.
We all know how finicky content creation can be, specifically on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. You can literally follow all the rules and guidelines that you want to, but it just takes the algorithm not liking you or somebody taking advantage of the system, and then boom, all of a sudden you're shadow banned, you're striked, your community guideline, you're anything and everything that doesn't have you in the face of your viewers. And it's crazy because all this hard work that you put into a video can get snapped away like Thanos is in the room, and it could jeopardize all the years of hard work that you've done, especially when you're on a generational run like friend of the show Cameron. Now shouts out to Cameron because people aren't talking about his run in the commentary space. I mean, listen, he's on his way to 200K faster than anybody can blink their eyes right now. But he made a great video about Deshae Frost and the things that he does in order to get views and get people to click like and subscribe on his channel. Ultimately, it comes at the expense of his family showing off their goodies. I'm trying to beat around the bush here because I don't want YouTube to come and do the same things to me, but you know.
Deshae Frost and his team are doing everything in their power to get my channel taken down. January 1st, 2025, I released a video titled Deshae Frost Has a Huge Problem, where I took a deep dive into Deshae Frost's content on his YouTube and on his Twitch. The overall point of the video was me fairly critiquing his content and pointing out the fact that he'll do anything for views. January 2nd, Deshae Frost reacts to the video on Twitch, and he didn't like the video, so him and his audience mass reported the video live. We're reporting that video! Report! This is harassment and bullying! This is harassing me! I'm gonna fuck. That's just me.
Deshae literally pulled a fresh and fit. Like, he sent his audience to go mass report Cameron's channel and get the video stricken down.
The haters tried to kill us. Over 30 plus YouTube channels made videos like slandering our name, whatever it is. Now they're mad that there's consequences to actions, bro. Y'all are not gonna be able to run around and drag our name in the mud.
Now, ultimately, I do think Deshae Frost was joking here, but it's more about the system than anything. Cameron goes on to detail how he went through the appeals process, then uploaded a more blurred version of the video, but literally that meant nothing to YouTube because 20 minutes later, they literally took the video down. What makes all this worse, and this is something that I think every single YouTuber has experienced before, is that when they do stuff like this, I guess they don't realize it, but commentators take videos from other people's channels and put it into their video and give their own spin on it, their commentary behind it. So the timestamp in which they said that Cameron violated the guidelines is...
My bad, y'all. I forgot. It's my bad. The SIM card got full, and I had to, like, figure out what was going on, so we gonna hop right back into the video. So we gonna start off from where you know what I'm saying. I got y'all.
Is literally from a video that still exists on Deshae's channel to this day. And when reaching out to Team YouTube, they didn't give any clear answers. It was just vagueness upon vagueness upon vagueness. And 3 levels of vagueness, I mean, it's just the most unclear thing in the world. Now, Cameron wants some clarification here, and I would too as somebody who uploads videos, because there can only be 2 outcomes because of this. Either it's the mass reporting or YouTube is showing its level of favoritism that it's had for a very long time. I don't think it's any type of secret that these systems in place, these different social media platforms have some sort of favoritism baked into them. Like, different platforms get different preferential treatment, full stop. I remember 2 years ago when Corey Kenshin came out with his video talking about how YouTube age restricted his video showcasing where he played a game, but when people like Markiplier or other gamers played the exact same game, literally they did nothing about it.
August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. All these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant, and only my video seemed to be age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey. My YouTube rep, who isn't on the policy team, he looked at my video and he said it could possibly be this part at the end. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. Let me send this to them and see what they say. What do you think happened after that? They removed my age restriction. Now, my YouTube rep, he was excited. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence.
It's funny because in that same video where Corey Kitchen is talking about YouTube's responsibilities and how different they are and they play favoritism, he got ad suitability in that video almost immediately, he said. Look, YouTube's bigger content creators can sway the platform. We know this. These are the people that drive eyes and viewers to the platform. So naturally speaking, if people were looking to do things from a business perspective, then they would honestly have some sort of favoritism baked in. It makes sense. But the problem is when these bigger channels now have this level of intimidation that they can place upon smaller channels, because at the snap of a finger, they know that they can levy their power or whatever abilities or reps that they have, or, you know, have their audience, weaponize them all against smaller creators. And all that leaves for the smaller creator is a prayer in a tweet on Twitter that says, hey, can you blow this up? And then some automated response comes in from, I don't even know how they find these things, bots or whatever the case may be. And you get some generic ass answer, but ultimately the person that wins in these situations is even the bigger creator. And it's crazy when it happens to bigger creators, when bigger creators get sunned by bigger creators. It clearly states that there is a problem in the system and something needs to be done about it.
Every single time that I come back to YouTube, I'm #1 trending for a few days, and then they find some arbitrary issue. They nitpick and they try and find something that they can incriminate me for and try to push me down. You don't believe me? What happened the last time I came back and I was #1 trending for like a week? They copyright struck me for a video that was in 2019 or something like that. Why don't these issues ever crop up when I'm not uploading? I'm not on YouTube like 9 months out of the year. Nothing ever happens until I come back and I start uploading again and I'm getting my numbers. I'm #1 trending, and then they're like, hey, we need to stop him. We need to, this black man, he's getting too many views. He's getting too much exposure, too much activity.
We've also seen bigger creators leverage things like DMCA claims that say, hey, something's going on in this video. It's copywritten. They don't have my express written consent, blah, 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 blah. And say, we need to look at this person's channel and take their content away. Remember I mentioned Fresh and Fit earlier? It's not because this is videos about Red Pill. It's because a couple of years ago, they did some of the most absurd things that are big no-nos on YouTube. They went around and started filing claims on channel after channel after channel. Specifically, Abba and Preach and our good friends Playback.
Fresh and Fit trying to get us out of here, my boys. This is also a warning to other channels out there as well. If y'all run into any complications, please be on the lookout, because it seems like they are trying to silence a lot of people and make sure all your videos are removed about them.
I've had my fair share of like drama on YouTube, and in most of those situations, it usually is like I'll like see something crazy and I'll call it out, and then that person I'm calling out has a problem with it. I just haven't had someone stoop down to the point where they're striking videos, and I've dealt with some bad actors before, but nothing like what I think we're seeing roll out right now. Not like this. This is like an obvious flagrant abuse of the system that is flawed.
Fresh and Fit decided to hit us with dozens of copyright claims. We saw this was probably going to end up coming. Honestly, not upset about it at all. They apologized to us for some of the comments that they made in regards to Preach's significant other. And then afterwards, recently, they decided to copyright claim the video that we did in response to their apology. So imagine being like, yo, we f***ed up, we take accountability, we're sorry. We're like, oh, this is how we feel about your apology, copyright claim.
Now, Fresh and Fit did what they did, and ultimately everything got reversed. And honestly, they got a slap on the wrist, and that was probably the beginning of the downfall of Fresh and Fit as a channel as a whole. Is because what they did, you just truly can't do. But the fact that they were even able to do it, like the system in and of itself should be fixed, because nobody should just be able to go and look at 30 channels and clap everything at once without there being some sort of pause. This is the way that it goes. You can report it to YouTube. YouTube is going to take action on the channel first, and then they may go and do their due diligence behind it, as opposed to, okay, we got a bunch of claims, let's do an investigation first and then take action. That's how normal people do things. And the reason why they do that is to open up this runway for a bunch of unclear guidelines and unnecessary and not explained enforcement of the rules. Like, YouTube gives out the most vague guidelines in the world. You would think that as a creator, they hand you some sort of playbook that gives you at least some sort of visual examples of what can go wrong or why this would get flagged, etc., but no. And even when asked for a response, it's usually bot after bot after bot. And unless you have some sort of connection to YouTube, like a YouTube rep, like some of the bigger channels have, you getting somebody actual to explain why this was done is not going to happen to you. But it's crazy because simultaneously, the guideline is also so clear enough that even when you do things to a T and replicate videos that other people post on their channel, or hell, replicate things that you've done on your channel before, you can still get flagged. You can still get, striked, or you can still get some sort of repercussion for the video that you put out. It happens to me all the time when I get ad suitabilities on follow-up pop-ups for videos that I've done in the past. And what's crazy is the ones in the past aren't flagged, or the ones in the current aren't flagged, but the ones in the past were flagged. It's super inconsistent. Hell, it just happened to me recently. I put up a video talking about, I don't even know if I should really say this, but I put up a whole video talking about the whole To Catch a craze, where somebody IRL did this same exact thing and some students got charged. I don't want to go into too much detail, but if you saw a video on my channel a couple days ago and wondering where it is right now, that's because YouTube took it down. It's crazy because the clips that I use in the video are from Vitali and literal news. Like, this is from NBC News. And I'm not promoting this stuff, I'm condemning it. I'm literally talking down on the actions that are done at the school, but yet YouTube caught me for bullying and harassment. And every single clip that I got can be found on YouTube. Situations like this, to me, are really, really deflating, especially because...
Okay, now, first of all, clap it up. I didn't talk for 9 minutes. Y'all niggas be saying I'm talking in the comments too much. Hold on. Moment of silence. Y'all be saying that I be talking to what's in these videos, bro. In them comments. I didn't talk for a long ass time. I wanted him to get his points across, use his details. Now listen, bro. Now let me get to say what I got to say. As a small creator, bro, I've been doing YouTube for like 4 years now, bro. But I've been inconsistent. This right here is my brand new channel. We a week old and we getting a lot of support. So thank you for that. So let me get to my point. But I've had my fair share of experiences, especially as a small creator, where I've received copyright claims, guideline warnings, and I have no clue. Sometimes it says bullying, other times it says harassing. A lot of times I get sexual content. That's what it says, sexual content. And it literally, like, there was one time, I think on my main YouTube, Dat Boy Tricks, I did the exploding basketball prank. And if you go watch that video, something really crazy happened. And basically, something really crazy happened to my arm. And I went to put some ointment on my arm, whatever. And then I was trying to show the camera what happened to me. And it got taken down on TikTok. It got taken down on whatever. And then when I actually finally got to somebody to try to speak about it, they thought it was a meat, bro. Like, the shit. I was like, bro, it's my arm. The caption literally says, look at my arm. But on some real shit, though, this really is something that I guess is pretty serious. Obviously, I'm not at the stature to where I'm experiencing favoritism or anything like that, because I'm not at the level where these guys are yet. But someone having the ability to strike down your channel or do anything to that without there being any form of investigation is definitely detrimental to the platform itself. It definitely could deter creators from leaving YouTube, and if there's ever competition, like, there's definitely needs to be some order. I honestly didn't have much to say on the topic because I don't really experience anything of it myself, so I'm just sharing my thoughts. But I've been seeing a lot of big creators have their comments and issues about YouTube. And another thing too, one of the biggest things in our country, America, and I'm not political, so I don't want to get too political, is our freedom of speech. Now, I get that this is a company and we want to keep brands happy when it comes to our videos. And, you know, there was the adpocalypse, right? Happened because companies were pulling their ads from YouTube because they didn't feel like they were brand friendly or whatever. I feel like it's gotten to a point where it's gotten way too strict, in my opinion, because, again, with my small experience on YouTube, being a smaller creator, some things that I experienced, I also got yellow mark. I had faced a lot of problems for, like, little things. And just because I had a video where one person didn't necessarily like the video, they would report it. And I literally had to go like a week getting a strike off of my channel. And thank the Lord I got it off my channel, because there was literally no investigation done. And I know that since I'm a small creator, they could have easily just left that on my channel and not responded to me at all, because I had no kind of leverage. So, hey, man, this is definitely something that's a serious problem.
Because all we are doing as commentators in some regards is just informing people. Sometimes we give our opinions here and there, but a lot of the information that we're giving is public knowledge. People can go and look at this stuff. We're just doing it in a condensed and a creative way. Me taking literal news should not cause for a video to be taken down. In fact, silencing that is almost like you're silencing the fact that this bad thing is happening. And I know what a lot of people are thinking. I'm a black creator, Cameron's a black creator, Corey's a black creator, Abba and Preach, Playback. There seems to be a theme here.
Why is my channel so so much more thoroughly scrutinized, especially so when I've been #1 trending multiple days in a row, which I've done multiple times. And every single time I start to get an uptick in traction, an uptick in activity, here comes YouTube coming through. Hey, let's get him for that video from 2019. Yeah, you see this, Corey? No, this is bad. It wasn't bad the 9 months that I was off the platform. I cannot 100% prove that race had everything to do with this. But I can tell you the people on that policy team, those shadow people that are anonymous and get to enact their will however they see fit. How can we be sure that they take a black person's video and a white person's video and it can be the same exact video and they restrict the black person's video but not the white person's video?
Now listen, I've seen content creators of different ilks get away with a bunch of stuff. And I mean a bunch of stuff on all of these platforms. And what I'm about to say isn't new here. I don't know how I can personally prove it, but I see a lot of the rigmarole and hoops and loops that the black content creators have to go through that I don't see with the white content creators. I see quick resolutions. I see putting things up under the rug for a lot of these content creators. I mean, hell, Mr. Beast had whole on child... I can't even say what I want to say, but he had the stuff on the wall and nobody said anything for years until it was called out in a video middle of last year or whatever the case may be. But God forbid I show Speed, I don't know, call somebody a bitch and he's suspended for 2 weeks. God forbid Cameron calls out another black creator and he gets hit with no answers. God forbid I try to inform people on a trend that is actively harming people and my videos get taken down. Like, God forbid all these things happen. And it's not just us. We can see people in the same niche. I'm talking about same or similar niches have different CPMs, have different RPMs, get different pushes to the algorithm, have, I don't know, same title, same thumbnail, same editing style and everything, and the outcomes are just different on their videos. We can see who's at these different creator events between YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Hell, Twitch just last year, and I mean late last year, just started embracing Kai Cenat over all the other content creators that were on the platform. And if we talk about how many people are kicked out of the creator program or are marketed by TikTok, get the right brand deals and stuff like that, you would have to think that it's targeted at some point. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen to this video. I just need people to understand that it's not us. We wanna make it better. We wanna make it even. Sometimes it is Team Red. And I love YouTube. YouTube has done a lot for me. It's transformed everything. I just wish we were on a level playing field.
Another great video by Omeezy, man. But nah, y'all, this is definitely a real issue. As you can see, multiple creators have been complaining about it, as I said. But nah, bro. One thing I wanted to point out, racism and favoritism is going nowhere, bro. It's a part of life. That's just my personal opinion. I know the topic is about YouTube here, but look at the rap game, bro. Everything going on with Drake, Rick Ross, bro. Drake makes more money than every rapper you know. He makes more money than every rapper you know. At the end of the day, for them rapper niggas, bro, everything is about bread. Everything is about the money, bro. Why you think music ain't music and it ain't musical? It's not music-in. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. It's not, the music ain't hitting like it used to, bro. Because people only focus on the dollars, bro, the quick buck. They just know they got to make something that sounds good or sounds catchy and they, boom, they got their million. Like, bro, favoritism is always going to play a part, bro. Race is always going to play a part. Bro, even in corporate America, bro, 9 to 5, I personally feel like in a lot of my jobs, I was treated a lot differently. Bro, even in sports, bro. Even in sports, think about it. Think about it like this. Think about it like this. High school basketball team. If you have a sophomore and a senior who are the same talent level, the sophomore is going to make the team because the coach knows he could keep him longer. There's always something. There's always a better system. There's always a system that it's just the way shit goes, bro. So yes, the problem is identified. It's definitely there, but how do you fix it exactly, bro? You feel what I'm saying? Like, racism is wrong, but it's never going to go away. At the end of the day, too, it shouldn't just be the platform. It should also be the people. Because Cameron also made a video on Black YouTube, right, explaining the kind of shit that we be posting. And honestly, that shit is kind of, he wasn't lying. It was pretty brain dead ass content. Like, there's a lot of great black content creators. Like, me personally, I watch DDG. I love DDG, bro. Like, DDG, I watch Quan, I watch so many people, bro. I watch Corey. Like, there's a lot of great black content creators. There's a lot of other ones where it's like, I don't like to knock other creators because in my opinion, it's their own art form. But y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. But hey, man, what do you think, man? What do you think? Do you think favoritism is running wild on YouTube? Is there racism playing the factor? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. If you have any videos you want me to watch, leave them down in the comments below. Maybe I'll watch it in my next video. You feel what I'm saying? Also, if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell. That way you can get notified every single time I drop a banger. And with that, I'm out, bro.